Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share with you a list of criteria when you are searching for an investment home. This is mainly for someone who looking to buy a home as an investment property. And I know that as an investment property, there is a lot of information for you to evaluate, to analyze, to see whether it's a good investment property or not. So how do you know? How do you know if this one is the right investment property for you? So I'm come up with, this is the list of 5 criteria that you have to determine at the beginning so that you can filter out which one is good for me, which one is not good for me, right? Otherwise, you're gonna be swamped with a lot of information that you may or may not be able to handle, okay? So here's a list of 5 criteria that you can think about before you go searching for an investment property, and to be able to determine whether it's a good investment property for you or not. Okay, so the first thing, the number one, is type. Okay, type of investment property. It is either a single family unit, or is it going to be multi-family unit? Is it going to be an apartment? Is it going to be a condo? Is it going to be a townhouse, right? Those are the things that you have to determine to be able to find out, okay, if it is a condo, maybe you don't care about, right? If it is a townhouse, you don't care about. If it is a mobile home, you don't care about. If it is a single family, yeah, this is the right one for me, right? That is actually the highest level of filter, a filter that you could do, because that is actually give you a very, like, it's like a top of the funnel that give you a smaller subset of properties on the market for you to choose from, right? So that is number one, type. Okay, property number one. So number two is location, right? Location is very important because depending on the location, hold on a second, sorry, contact. Yes. Sorry, I just want to show you my phone number so that you can be able to contact me if anything you cannot catch during this live video. You want to send me a private message, you can be able, my number are here running on the bottom of the screen right there, 602-515-2442 for more questions. Okay. Anyway, for number two, location. Location is very important because it depends on the location, whether it's going to be convenient, close to your house, or is it going to be out of state. What do you like to do, right? Because sometimes maybe you live in California, so buying a properties in California is difficult for you. However, if you go out of state, it might become easy for you, right? So in another hand, if you live in Arizona, so the price seems to be more reasonable than California, but there are some other states that also have a better deal for you as well, right? So you might think about talk about do out of state or not. For newer investors, though, I would highly recommend that you start with where you live. Okay, maybe looking at a smaller house for a smaller price. For example, Arizona, right? If you live in Arizona, maybe if you cannot afford a house in Chandler or Gilbert, maybe you can find an area which has a less expensive, for example, Buckeye or Casa Grande and things like that, if that is something you're looking for. And especially if it is allowed, maybe find something closer to your home so that it's easier for you to manage your investment property. Okay, so location, you have to clear of what you want to do. Is it close to me? Is it far to me? Where is the distance? How much distance away from where I am? Okay, that's number two. Number three is price range. Okay, depend on how much capital you have and how much loan you could get. You have to determine the price range that you have. Right? For example, if you only have $100,000 and if you only qualify for $500,000 loan, the one that costs $700 may be not a good fit for you, even though it's give you thousands of cash flow every month. But why do you have to look at the $700,000 home if you cannot qualify for it, right? You could do partner to get that deal, but in general, you should have something to filter information out immediately if it is not a good fit for you. Okay, so price range. What is the price range you're looking for? Perhaps in the other hand, you don't want to look at the properties that are too low in value, for example, because those are maybe giving you more problem. You don't want to deal with the tenant in that area. So those type of things that you have to determine. Maybe you determine from 300 to 500 is my price range for Arizona, which I recommend people to look at that right now as a new investor. You should look at 300 to 500 price range in Arizona because it gives you enough amount of properties to analyze. But in the other hand, it doesn't give too much problem for you to analyze too much houses on the market. Okay. Price range is number 3. Condition, right? Whether you are going to buy a house that require a lot of work, right? A total rehab work, or you want to buy only the house that have some cosmetic work, and then you can rent it out back, or you want to buy a brand new home, right? Depend on your situation, I don't know. The one that require a lot of work tend to have more profit for you, but again, you have to coordinate a lot of work. So are you willing to do that or not? So it's up to you, but here's a recommendation: specify the condition that you want to invest in, so that you don't have, if a house is, let's say if you want to buy a brand new home, so perhaps you don't have to look on houses on the market anymore. Or if you want to do a total rehab house, perhaps brand new home is not the thing that you have to look for. Okay. The next one is actually the last, is the profit, right? How much profit? Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot show that. That's weird. Oh, I see. The next one is profit. Okay. The next one is profit. How much profit do you want to have for each investment property? Talking about this, we are going to talk about to be able to compare between orange and orange, you have to use some kind of ratio to do so. And those are a cap rate, a cash flow, and appreciation potential. Those are the things is not in scope of this video. I'm going to talk about those in next video, which going to show you how you calculate the profit to see whether it fits your need or not, right? So those number, cap rate, cash flow, and appreciation potential are those profits you have to look to determine. So again, those are the 5 things that you have to look at: type, location, price range, condition, and profit. Okay, and then we're gonna talk about profit more in the next video. But in this video, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everyone. My name is Long Lee. If you do have any question about investment property, call me or text me at 602-515-2442. Thank you. Bye-bye.